Representing Slavery is a magnificent pictorial history which uses 600 objects in the National Maritime museums to illustrate 10 chapters by leading historians on the subject of slavery. It starts by discussing famous 18th century narratives by freed slaves, one by the name of Olaudah Equiano, about conditions on board a slave ship. His dehumanisation is described, though he can claim that he and himself experienced the passage. And prints and drawings illustrate life on board ship and on plantations, together with bills advertising runaway slaves. And from the early science of new photography, from the early 19th century, there is irrefutable evidence of suffering on the sugar plantations. When Wilberforce started campaigning, he backed up his crusade with an explosion of literature and images, like these from 1812. And following abolition in 1834, slaves had to serve as an apprentice for 5 years before they gained their full freedom. It's an authoritative text here. 320 very large pages, extraordinarily detailed, with black and white and massive colour illustrations. That's Sir David Wilkie. That was a famous black person in Britain. It's a tremendously poignant image of newly released slaves on board a ship in 1880 in London. There's some fine sailing vessels depicted too, of the 600 reproductions in black and white, like this engraving. You can see the detail there of the engraving, and large colour photos besides. It's a £65 book, which bibliophileBooks.com is selling for just £12.50, and it's called Representing Slavery by Douglas Hamilton and Ronald BLYTH. Quite extraordinary. Robert BLYTH, beg your pardon, Robert BLYTH.